Hey guys, this video is the second video of a two-part video where I'm showing how I built the rear wheel in my Alfine 8 conversion. Now obviously, because you're changing out the hub, this is the most critical aspect of the whole conversion. What I did here, I broke this into two separate videos just because it would be too long with one video, and this video that I'm talking about today is only related to the lacing of the spokes. Also, this video is only dealing with a 32-hole wheel build that has a double cross pattern. So some of the things that I'm talking about here would only apply when you have 32 holes and or you have a double cross lacing pattern. So with that caveat, let's get into it. Okay, before you start lacing the wheel, there are two questions you need to answer. The first is, once the wheel's laced up, where do you want the valve stem to point? And in my particular case, I like for the valve stem to point to the center of the lettering on the hub. And to get that on this particular hub, I will identify the spoke hole that is in the center of the lettering on the drive side, and I will move from right to left 2 spoke holes, and that will be spoke hole number 1. So that is very important to determine to get your valve stem where it points to. The second question you need to answer is, do you want the spoke heads to point in or point out of the hub? Now, I follow the recommendation in the Roger Musson book, Wheel Building, the 7th edition. And for this particular build, I will use head pointed in on level 3 and 4, and I will use head pointed out on level 1 and 2. Now, to simplify this, I've numbered the spoke holes on the rim and the spoke hole on the hub flanges. You don't always have to do this, and in fact I don't normally do it, but to simplify the explanation here, I think this will be easiest to follow. So on the rim, what I'm going to do is go in and number the spoke holes 1 through 32. Spoke hole number 1, when you're looking at the rim on the drive side, spoke hole number 1 will be the first spoke hole to the left of the valve stem hole. And then I will number the spokes consecutively from left to right all the way around the rim, going from spoke hole number 1 through 32. Now on the flanges, I'm going to identify the numbering in red for the flange holes on the drive side and the flange holes in blue on the non-drive side. Once again, I will identify the spoke hole that is on the drive side in the center of the lettering, and I'm going to mark that 2 spoke holes to the left of that will be spoke hole number 1, and then I will number red 1 through red 16, going from left to right around the flange. I will do the same thing on the non-drive side, but the way I'll get spoke hole number 1 on the non-drive side blue, I will look through spoke hole number 1 red, and when you look through, you'll see the spoke holes on the non-drive side flange are offset a little bit to the red spoke holes, and I will identify the spoke hole just to the left of the red spoke hole as blue spoke hole number 1 on the non-drive side flange. Now, once you look and have the holes identified and look through the holes on the drive side, this is what you should see. So you'll see red 1, and then down, once you look through red 1, just to the left of red 1, you'll see blue 1. Now, the first spoke is the most important spoke, and I always start with red 1 to rim 1, as shown here. Once you have that first spoke inserted, there are 4 rules you follow. The first rule is the spoke on the non-drive flange is right beside spoke 1 on the drive flange, and in this case goes from blue 1 to rim 32. Then you will thread the spokes or lace the spokes in the order of these groupings. First you'll do level 1. When you complete level 1, you'll do level 2, and so on until you finish level 4. In each level, each spoke will be separated by 1 spoke hole on the hub and will be separated by 3 spoke holes on the rim. And rule number 4 is that in level 3 and level 4, there will be a place where the spoke naturally crosses over and rubs against another spoke. And in that case, you will thread the spoke under the spoke. So level 3 and level 4 will have a spoke that's threaded under a level 1 and level 2 spoke. Now, following those rules, let's look at level 1, head out. Spoke number 1 goes from hub red 1 to rim 1. Spoke 2 goes from hub red 3 to rim 5, and so on until you get all 8 spokes for level 1. Level 2 is going to be head out, and spoke 1 will go from blue hub 1 to rim 32. Spoke 2 will go from blue hub 3 to rim 4, etc. until you get all 8 spokes in level 2 in. Then you'll go to level 3. Level 3 will be head in. You'll go from red hub 2 to rim 27. Then you'll go, spoke 2 will be red hub 4 to rim 31. Now, the hub 2 and hub 27, both of those spokes will be crossing over a red spoke, and those yellow spokes will be threaded under the red spoke. So where the spokes cross and touch, you will put the yellow spoke under the red spoke. And the same thing on level 4. It'll be head in. You'll go from hub blue 2 to rim 26, and where the green spoke crosses the blue spoke, you'll thread it under the blue spoke. And you'll go from hub 4 to rim 30, etc. until you get all 8 spokes in level 4. Once you finish level 4, all the spokes should be in, and the wheel should be laced. Well, there you have it, guys. That's how I laced up my rear wheel for my Alfine 8 conversion. Hope I've given you something to think about, and I'll see you at the top.